Hey guys, what's going on? I just got off work a little bit ago, enjoying a couple White Claws because I'm a low-key alcoholic. But the cool thing about these is they only have 100 calories and 2 carbs. So I don't feel too bad about drinking it because it's not like heavy beer and all fucking nasty. I wish I had some chapstick right now, but I don't. I today wanted to tell you a story about something that happened 2 years ago that I'm surprised I never talked about, and it was actually one of the wildest experiences of my whole life. I had to write it down because 2 years is a long time. 2 years is a really long time. And things start to leave my brain because I'm no longer even thinking about them as time goes on. I think about it less and less. So I really reconnected with these moments in my mind and tried to write down every detail that I remember. Now, mind you, there are a lot of crazy ass details that were left out, but I'm just kind of keeping it basic here. So, is that light distracting? That light's distracting. Hold on. Is that too dark? No, that's fine. Right? Hold on. Oh, I hope this YouTube video isn't super long. Okay, that's fine. So, back in 2018, a lot of crazy stuff happened. Most of you probably already know. You don't know because you weren't there. But you have an idea because I was in the newspaper. I caught 2 felonies, 1 misdemeanor. The felonies were aggravated assault and terrorist threats. And the misdemeanor was harassment against my old boss. And at the same time, I caught 3, there's 3 people that filed protection orders against me. I was out of my mind, okay? You know, some people lose it. Britney Spears fucking shaved her head and fucking went after paparazzi. Kanye loses his shit. Whatever. We all have those moments from time to time. For some, it's a little more severe than others. And that was me. So anyway, this is the story I want to tell. Let me take a puff. This actually might be a 2-part series. Actually, it's probably going to have to be because I'm already 5 minutes in. And when my videos are longer than like 10 minutes, they don't like to fucking upload. So, I will read this to you. Okay. So, back in August, yada, 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 I was locked in a cell for 23 hours daily for mental evaluation. They only let me out for 1 hour of the day to like take a shower and make phone calls or do whatever I wanted. But there was no one else out there. It was just me all alone. And then I'd be locked in my cell again for 23 hours. Well, I found out that I had received some money in the bank. And so I bailed myself out. Well, I made a best friend in jail who was there for grand theft. Her name was Taylor. And we instantly clicked. We were soul sisters, fucking ride or die. When I got out of jail, I was essentially homeless. Taylor had been bailed out before me. And when I got in touch with her, it felt amazing to be like reunited once again. We had future plans and goals for ourselves. We were going to become famous authors of multiple books and etc. Blah, 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 whatever. Whatever. Grandiose and unrealistic plans that would require much dedication and work. It was Sturgis Rally Week, and we decided to move into a motel together, which was really hard to find a room considering the thousands of tourists who were already occupying most of the rooms in Rapid City. Well, we ended up finding a room at the Budget Inn Motel of all places. Oh my God. The Budget Inn. Yeah. Things were going great for the most part. I would spend my time doing creative things in the motel and walk around on the north side, dreaming about a future that I would never have and meeting people and just doing whatever the fuck I did. I was out there. So I was becoming more and more manic. I don't know if you guys know what manic is, but I'm bipolar. I have bipolar disorder, and mania is something that I experience from time to time, especially if I'm not medicated and or if something really dramatic and life-changing happens in my life that alters my reality because I'm so stressed out I can't handle it. Yeah, so I was becoming more and more manic. I was sleeping less and less, and I was beginning to lose all touch with reality. So I became obsessed with the lead singer of Neon Indian. It's a band, great band, and delusional about what we were. We were soulmates in my mind. I had believed that he had been searching for me for all of eternity, and that we would be reunited soon and live in an eternal dream of bliss. Well, the days and nights would pass, me becoming more and more out of my wits and psychotic. I began to stay up all night every night, sitting outside of my motel room while Taylor was always off somewhere with my car, probably like shooting up like the crackhead she was. But I started to believe that there was dark and evil forces, both physical and non, that were after me and my jail sister. So there I would sit, watch and wait in this chair outside of my motel room. I would just sit and observe and wait for someone to roll up on me and attack me or something. There was one night I went on a walk actually up La Crosse. There was a car that slowed down past me and crept around the corner. Well, they pulled back around, found me again, and started to follow me in an attempt to lure me in. So I ran as fast as I could, hiding out in a parking lot behind some cars until it was safe for me to head back to my room, lock myself away, and isolate in paranoia. My guard was always up. Now, here's where things took a turn in the wildest ways. One night, I believed that this was the night that I would reunite with the love of my life, Alan Palomo from Neon Indian. On a side note, I no longer obsess over the guy. In reality, he is just a person. A musician with a beautifully brilliant mind that I admire dearly, but still, he's just a fucking person. Well, tonight was the night I'd been waiting for all of my life, and in all of the lifetimes before this one. I made a very rash decision that night. I was and still am on this medication called Lamictal or lamotrigine. It's for mood stabilization. This medication causes me to be happy and horny. So, according to my logic, the more I took, the happier and the hornier I'd be. So I popped one. Mind you, I had already taken my dosage for the day that morning. Well, I waited a bit and decided to pop more. 2 more pills. Pop. Waited. He still never arrived, the love of my life. Oh. And I still didn't exist in the magical dreamland that I had envisioned for myself. So this time I took 3 more pills. Pop, pop, pop. Fuck it, I'm going to take the rest of my 30-day supply, I said. Pop, 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 pop. Down the trap. This was my gateway to heaven. I was going to enter a state of eternal bliss, far, far away from this cold-ass world in which I've existed in my entire life. And finally, I said fuck it, and I decided to take my 30-day supply of lithium and risperidone as well. This was a mistake, a colossal fucking mistake. That's the end of this video. The next video, I am not going to take notes. I am just going to go off of memory, and it's fucking madness. Just imagine taking about 90 pills of different medications that are for mood and psychoticness. It was terrifying. It was fucking terrifying, but I will tell you about that next time in part 2. Have a good night.